Alright, man, welcome back to another Patrickcc reaction. Today we got Steve Burns lied to you, but it's okay, he escaped Blue's Clues. So now if you don't know what Blue's Clues is, then I guess I'm just getting old, man. So like always, let's not waste any time though, just get right into this one, man.
April 29th,
this is gonna be great. I'm so excited for this.
Episode 24
Oh
of
no,
Blue's Clues.
man.
Steve Burns announced to the world that he was leaving for college and would be replaced by his brother Joe. But that was a lie. The truth is, Steve Burns never wanted to be on children's
They fucking lied to me.
television in the first place, and he was finally able to escape. But because of this lie, some disturbing rumors were brought to light. The most believed rumor was that Steve had died in a fatal car crash. A more ridiculous rumor was that he was murdered by the Blue's Clues producers, or died in an unsuccessful attempt.
Okay, if he didn't just get out of there with his life and like go on to do bigger and better things, then I'm just gonna feel so sad for him, bro. Cause like this motherfucking guy in the green striped shirt in Blue's Clues was literally my life when I was like 4, bro.
To fight the Taliban. However, the most believable theory was that Steve was depressed, got addicted to H, and rebelled against the kids show to start a rock band. And that theory wasn't entirely false. While the public saw a
became a rock star, I'm in,
on screen, Steve struggled with his depreciating mental health off screen. I didn't know it yet, but I was the happiest depressed person in North America. I was struggling with severe clinical depression the whole time I was on that show. Steve's job was to be happy, uplifting, full of joy and wonder all the time. He had to pretend to be interested and amazed at the smallest things, like discovering Blue's paw print that was directly in front of him. He spent 10 hours per day filming in an empty Blue room, so that he could be superimposed on the digitally animated world of Blue and her friends. At the time, technology wasn't as advanced as today, meaning Steve had nothing visual or tangible to work with. Steve said his experience was awful, and compared it to acting at the bottom of a swimming pool. Pools are filled with water, so stay hydrated. As if his experience wouldn't be...
Dude, you need to fill up your cup. Why?
Pools are filled with water, so stay hydrated.
Look how little water he has in there.
As if his experience wouldn't be any more taxing on his mental health, the insane things posted about him online made things even worse. Take this game on Newgrounds, for example, where your objective was to destroy Blue and then assassinate Steve. You eliminate the dog and go into the house where Steve is flipping you off, so you shoot him until his head pops off and then the house burns down. He also had to read creepy fan fiction.
Okay, so that's just a weirdo making a weird-ass motherfucking game, right? Like
this one that romanticizes the idea of Blue assaulting Steve with a deadly weapon.
Bro,
for some reason, people...
What the fuck is up with the unhinged... Oh my god! It's salt and pepper. Holy shit.
Love the idea of stripping the innocence away from a children's TV show and trying to create a disturbing narrative around it. To this day, TikTokers express theories that Steve is a drug addict living in a crack house and that his hallucinations cause him...
Yeah, so those, TikTokers are fucking retarded, alright? Absolute fucking idiots, alright? They're, like, why are we listening to TikTokers, bro? What's going on?
To talk to inanimate objects, which come to life. People also believe that the children's voices we occasionally hear are actually Steve's neglected children, helplessly watching him feed into his addiction. Or the reason Steve is excited whenever he gets mail is because it either includes the welfare check he plans to spend on more drugs, or contains the drugs themselves. Most of the time, rumors like this are easily dismissed, but for some reason...
Yeah, those are all so dumb.
Millions of people all around the world genuinely believe them. It's likely that even you have some random conspiracy theory about Steve embedded into your brain.
No, I fucking don't, because I was a 4-year-old child watching that. Like, there's the paw! The paw! It's to your right! Like, you know what I mean? I'm not... Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like,
however,
holy...
most people just thought he died. An easy one to disprove,
dude,
but
holy
it still worries
shit.
me. I'm starting to think that maybe there's something people know that I don't know. In November 1999, the New York Times published an article detailing Steve Burns' time working on Blue's Clues and described the show's impact on children. Most notably, the article addressed the unsettling rumors surrounding Mr. Burns' well-being. The rumors were so prominent that the talk show host Rosie O'Donnell invited Steve to appear on her show. I died a whole lot of different ways, Steve recalled. Rosie's kid is a big fan, so I just went on and said, "Hi, I'm alive. Bye." It was pretty easy to prove I wasn't dead. These rumors were so powerful that Steve felt the need to address Rosie O'Donnell's child with "I'm alive" because he knew children around the world were genuinely concerned about him. Because you...
Just saying, as a kid who was a kid at the time when kids were watching this, I was so oblivious, and I would say probably 90% of the kids were just oblivious and unaware of the fact that any of this was going on. I almost guarantee not a single kid was like actually aware that, like, or not even like can't even grasp the concept of death or any, like, you're so young at that age to even think that like a child's, you know, fully thinking about that is wild to me, in my opinion.
You have to keep it.
They don't know anything about it. They don't care about it. They care about the blue paw on the screen. They care about playing with their toys. They care about, you know what I'm saying, like fucking basic things. Not like, oh, is he dead in real life? Cause is it a, like, they think that he is the show. Like, oh, I can't.
Keep in mind that Blue's Clues was the highest rated premiere of any Nickelodeon program and became crucial to the network's growth. It was a pioneer in interactive TV. The original Blue's Clues engaged its preschool age audience by breaking the fourth wall and speaking directly into the camera. Millions of kids around the world felt a deep and personal connection to Steve, which made these rumors more potent.
Dude, Steve and Blue and I can't remember the mailbox, but the mailbox one and all that. Dude, and Salt and Pepper, and
his exit from the show more detrimental.
Of course,
Mr. Burns was 22 when the show premiered, and as he approached his 30s, it was time to move on.
Reveals the bald truth about his departure. I knew I wasn't going to be doing children's television all my life, mostly because I refused to lose my hair on a kids' TV show. And it was happening.
Steve knew that his baldness would ruin his boyish look and appeal. The network insisted that he wear a wig, but he refused. Combine this with his depreciating mental health, it was finally time to exit. He told the viewers goodbye in his final send-off, alongside his new replacement Joe, and children around the world thought he was just going to go to college, and he would return shortly. They were mistaken. Steve was not off to college. He was about to embark on his journey of being the lead singer of a psychedelic rock band.
Wait,
Steve
what?
was interested in music way before Blue's Clues.
Dude, I'm all the way in. I love how, like, as a kid I can love Blue's Clues, and now as an adult I can love the fact that he started chasing a rock career. Like, this is sick. I fucking love this
band. Steve was interested in music way before Blue's Clues. Steve Burns attended Boyertown Area Senior High School in Berks County, Pennsylvania, graduating in 1992. He played in bands called Sudden Impact, 9 Pound Truck, and the Ivies. He continued playing music on the side while pursuing an acting scholarship at DeSales University.
How come all three of those sounded familiar, but I don't know them? Like, they all sounded familiar. I don't know any of the bands, but they sound all familiar.
In the Lehigh Valley.
Or they all
Shortly
sound
after
familiar,
being discovered by an agent, Steve dropped out of school and moved to New York City to become a professional actor. In '95, Steve arrived in Nickelodeon under the impression he was auditioning for a voiceover role for a game show, but then later found out it was for a kid show. Steve was a grungy 90s skate rock kid with long hair and earrings, not the ideal fit for the job. Tracy Page Johnson, executive producer and co-creator of Blue's Clues, says that he didn't want to be a children's host. Of the 100 people we auditioned, he was by far the realest. He loved kids, but he didn't want to make a career out of it. Steve didn't want to be on children's television. He wanted to make music. And after he stepped away from the show, he could finally make his dreams a reality.
Is
in
his music
1999,
good, though?
Steve walked into a party in New York where he heard the Flaming Lips 1999 album, The Soft Bulletin, for the first time. Considered by many to be the Flaming Lips' masterpiece. This moment changed Burns' life and reignited a passion for music he thought Blue's Clues had burned away. From there, he acquired Pro Tools and started writing songs.
Nice.
I had literally been doing nothing but talking to objects made of felt for 6 years. There was this weird creative constipation going on. Steve wrote roughly 35 songs in one sitting, but selected 12 to feature on his debut.
What? Okay, bro, I just gotta say, that doesn't seem... If you're producing songs that fast, like, alright, you're not Juice WRLD, you're not, fucking, you know, I don't know anyone else, right, but you're not producing songs like that are actually good that fast. You're just not that guy, bro. I'm sorry. You need to go back, Burns, and there's a reason why you only picked 12, because out of those fucking 35, I guarantee not even... I guarantee those 12 were probably just barely good enough to listen to, bro. You're not good enough to produce music that fast, man. You need to take your time with it, homie.
One sitting. but selected 12
Like
to feature
35 in one sitting that should be impossible.
his debut album, Songs for Dust Mites. Now it was time to get in the studio to record, so he contacted
Okay.
his favorite producer, Dave Fridman, who had worked with the Flaming Lips in the past. Interestingly enough, Fridman had just held a Blues Clues themed birthday party for his children, so he was eager to see what creative potential Steve had. Steve sent Dave some demos, assuming he'd think they sucked, but he got the opposite reaction. Dave liked it. and he
Oh
asked if
shit,
Stephen
yo, they
Drost,
were
the
bangers?
drummer of the Flaming Lips, could come and work on some music with them. In a dream world even Blues Clues couldn't have imagined, the Flaming Lips wanted to work with Steve. The bassist, Michael Ivins, later joined the team as well, helping engineer
I don't
several
know the
sessions.
Flaming
The
Lips
lead
shit.
vocalist, Wayne Coyne, actually approached Steve with the offer to star in a movie he was directing called Christmas on Mars.
Dude,
He was hesitant
nice.
at
So
first,
everything's fucking. He started doing the music thing, talked to that guy, and then straight snowball effect.
but ultimately accepted the role. Because of Steve's ridiculous story of leaving a kids show and starting a band, there was a flurry of interest from various record labels. He ultimately signed with Pious Records in late 2002 when a label executive sat him down and said, "This makes sense. I don't know why, but there's a thread of logic between Blues Clues, the Flaming Lips, and your record." And he was right. Something about the perfectly innocent image of a children's show, combined with the amount of insane rumors surrounding Steve, leading to being a frontman of a psychedelic rock band, was a crazy storyline. Burns professionally entered the world of rock music following the release of his indie rock album Songs for Dust Mites in August of 2003. Although the 12-track album did not garner much commercial success, it received praise from critics, as Pitchfork
Wait,
gave
that
the
one
project
song
a
had 600,000 plays. That one song had 500, like, 500,000 plays. Yeah, look at that. I mean, the rest of the songs didn't do anything. But, I mean, 600,000 plays, you got 500,000 plays, dude.
success. It received praise from critics, as Pitchfork gave the project a 7.8 out of 10, and complimented Burns's lyrical insight and gift for writing and arranging endlessly listenable pop songs. You can actually hear one of the songs from the album, Mighty Little Man, as the opening theme for the CBS series Young Sheldon. Despite releasing
Young
music and
Sheldon?
starring in a
I
horror
don't know
comedy
what that
film
is.
called Netherbeast, rumors surrounding
I don't know
Steve's
what
death
that is either.
resurfaced on the internet again. Burns told MTV in late 2007 that he was starting to take it personally. "I guess the world would prefer that I was dead, but I'm not listening. I should
Dude, don't take anything the internet does personally at all, man. Like, that's his first mistake right there, is taking it personally, dude. Don't. You can't.
I guess the world would prefer that I was dead, but I'm not listening. I should really just create a
The
website."
world doesn't prefer that he was dead. The world doesn't care. In reality, nobody cares about anything at all, ever. That's just a great thing to live by, alright? That's like, nobody cares about anything at all, ever, period, alright?
With my
That's
vital
reality.
statistics on it. It could be live. There has to be a way I can hook up a heart monitor to my computer just to let people know I'm alive. To this day, Steve's Instagram handle is Steve Burns Alive, with a bio that reads, "I've seen the meme."
Lamau.
Unfortunately for Steve, he didn't exactly become the rock star he dreamed of being.
Wait, this is
Most of his
him.
buzz from his first
Oh my
project
God,
was
I didn't even
earned due to the
realize.
juxtaposition of his Blues Clues career. After that, he started another band, Steve Burns and the Struggle, alongside the
And the
Flaming Lips Stephen
Struggle?
Drost and a Million Billion frontman Ryan Smith. The collective released an album, Deep Sea Recovery Efforts, in 2009, but it failed to do anything substantial.
I mean,
From
what is Deep Sea Recovery Efforts? What is that fucking name?
many years, Steve disappeared from the spotlight. Slowly but surely, rumors
What
of his
is this? You swapped into the, no. He swapped into the Angie Tate type thing, where now he's a financial guru, life advice coach.
death, addiction, and God knows what else made their way back onto the internet. But in 2017, Steve got a
Oh,
call
never
that he
mind. Dude, look, he looks great. Holy shit, he looks absolutely great.
never thought he would get.
Never
Nickelodeon
mind, I
gave the
take it
original
back.
creators of Blues Clues permission to develop a reboot of the series after multiple failed attempts. Nickelodeon posted a video announcing that they were looking for a new host of the show. Steve helped the creators during the casting process, and
None
after
of them.
1,000 auditions, they eventually selected Josh De La Cruz, who was an
I
understudy
actually
for
like
Disney's
that.
Aladdin.
I actually like that, dude. Oh my god, look how animated it is compared to everything else. Holy shit.
Who was an understudy for Disney's Aladdin on Broadway for 5 years. De La Cruz would play Steve and Joe's cousin, Josh. Steve was initially reluctant to continue his
I
association
like
with the
this.
show,
Oh, there's
but was
Steve right there.
persuaded by its fans on social media to write, direct, and appear on the show. The reboot, Blue's Clues and You, has been a huge success following its premiere, producing 4 seasons before being renewed for a 5th early last year.
Oh my
Keep in
god, I
mind,
didn't know. This is sick. Dude, look at the animation now. Holy fuck, dude. I honestly, I need to go back and watch like a couple episodes of Blue's Clues just to see how far the animation has come and just everything, dude. Holy shit.
renewed for a 5th early last
Look at
year.
the...
Keep in mind, most people had no idea this even happened.
No.
Unless you have kids or very young siblings,
Basically, nobody knows.
you probably never knew that Steve
No,
returned to the show.
I did not,
but
but
in
this is
2021,
awesome.
Nick Jr.'s Twitter account posted a video for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues featuring Steve, and we all thought he had returned from the dead.
Hi. You got a second?
Oh, I love this so much.
Okay. You remember how when we were younger we...
Yeah, dude. Whoo! I do not remember when I watched this video. I do remember watching this video, and watching it now literally just gave me chills. Like, holy shit. Hi, you got a second? Oh my fucking god, man. I love this. I just love this.
And we all thought he had returned from the dead.
I literally
Hi.
love this.
You got a second? Okay. You remember how when we were younger we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues and talk to Mr. Salt, freak out about the mail and do all the fun stuff. And
Of
then
course.
one day I was like, oh hey, guess what? Big news. I'm leaving. This is my brother Joe. He's your new best friend. And then I got on a bus and I left.
Yeah,
And we didn't see each other for like a really long time.
yeah, I do
Can we
remember
just talk about that?
that. Yeah, please.
Great. Because
Cool.
I realized that was kind of abrupt.
Steve went on to explain
Yeah.
what happened to his
That was literally like parallels to a lot of people's dads. I'm sorry, but I had to say it. He threw me an alley-oop. I had to fucking yam it. I'm sorry.
character, continuing the fake story of him going to college, because having a really unsuccessful rock band was not the narrative Nickelodeon wanted to continue. But his
Obviously
ability
not.
to speak through the camera and develop a one-on-one connection with the viewer resonated deeply with Blue's Clues fans.
I
it's
love
like we
this,
were all
man.
5 years old again. The post was
100%.
retweeted 700,000 times and
Woo!
liked by 1.9 million people. I think the overwhelming engagement is a huge testament to how powerful these rumors were over the years. Literally millions of people around the world thought he was a criminal, a drug addict, or dead. It's almost as if people wanted to believe
Yeah, I didn't know any of that. I didn't think any
because
of
the
that.
rumors were debunked numerous times over the years. So for him to essentially return from the shadows after 2 decades was shocking for so many people. This return finally put the rumors to rest. Steve Burns is not a child predator, he is not a drug addict, he is not a criminal, and most certainly not dead. Although he didn't want to be in kids TV originally, he doesn't regret it at all. I hope I'll be remembered for
Man.
that show for the rest of my life.
You
that
will,
will always
dude.
be a part of my identity, and I'm totally cool.
I mean, up until all the people who watched that show, like, around my age are fucking dead. Up until then, you know what I'm saying?
Cool with that. Today,
I guess he did say, for that, the rest of my life. The rest of his life. So, yeah, he will be. Because, you know...
Burns travels
Yeah,
to
he will
colleges
be.
around the country to speak to students about mental health because those rumors destroyed his, and now he's using that to help you improve yours.
Nice, man. Dude, I fucking loved that video so much, dude. Holy. Straight trip down memory lane, too. Oh, my God. What, did you grow up believing some crazy rumor about Steve? Hell nah, dude. Alright, man. Yo, hey, make sure to go subscribe to Patrickcc if you haven't already, bro. Holy shit, what an absolute fucking banger like always, dude. I fucking love that video, dude. I absolutely love that video. Hey, yo, if you liked the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time, man. Deuces.